Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox with the 75th installment of Black Girls on Television. And this will be for Scandal, Season 7, Episode 16. You guys, 2 more episodes to go and we done. Anyway, let's get to it, shall we? Alright, you guys, so it starts with Olivia and Mellie having this conversation in the bunker. Mellie told Olivia she wants to kill Cyrus Bean, and Olivia's all like, I don't kill people anymore. And Mellie is like, well, Cyrus is the enemy. He's the enemy of the state. I am the president, and he is trying to attack me. You need to do this. Olivia is trying to explain to her that it is not right. Mellie says, don't talk to me about what's right. Innocent people die every day, and these are way better people than Cyrus. This man is a monster. He deserves to die. Besides, he's trying to take our throne. He doesn't get to steal this presidency. He doesn't get to steal the seat. He does not get to steal what we worked so hard to achieve. He does not get to erase our climb. Jake, in the meantime, is meeting with Cyrus. Jake is trying to convince Cyrus that they need to go after Olivia, and Cyrus is like, no, don't you worry about Olivia. You know what? Stick to my plan, okay? We don't need to go on the offensive just yet. Keep it simple, and it's going to work out just like I say. And Jake says, yes, sir. Now, of course, the media is all over it. They want to know exactly what is going on, what is Mellie implicated in, and all Lonnie Love will tell them is that she's been implicated in the hijacking case, that they are investigating her, and there's no more information that they will give on that subject. Liv, with this new task that Mellie has given her, goes to QPA, and she tells them to try to convince Cyrus to end this mess with Mellie. Well, they know that Cyrus isn't just going to come right out and say it, so Olivia says, well, we'll borrow him, temporarily kidnap him, get a hold to that burner phone that he had that he called Quinn on, and see who he has been talking to. That burner phone will probably have the information of the hijacker. Huck is like, well, what is going to be plan B? Because what if Cyrus still doesn't come clean? Quinn says, no, don't worry about it. We're going to find proof that he hijacked his own plane. Jake's wife, Vanessa, at the house is all worried, okay? She wants to know what's going on, and Jake has assured her that everything is going to be fine, that there's a plan in place, and that they're going to come out on top. Remember, we're a team, okay? Jake and Vanessa, even though we ain't really seen Vanessa do any type of teamwork as far as this season is concerned. He tells her the dust is going to settle. He's going to be Cyrus's right-hand man, okay? And they'll be back in place. And Cyrus, well, his approval rating is through the roof. Everybody loves Cyrus. He even gets a beautiful bouquet of flowers in his office. His secretary brings the flowers to him, and then she dares to say, you know what, Cyrus? If Mellie is impeached, then that means that you'll be the president. And he's like, oh, don't even say it. Let's hope it doesn't get that far. I said, look at that Cyrus, oh evil ass. When she walks out of the room, he opens the little envelope that's in the flowers, and it says that we need to meet. So he goes to where he has been called, the room where he had met with Lonnie Love originally, and surprise, surprise, Lonnie's not in there. Instead, it is Olivia and Huck. Sit your ass down, Cyrus, so we can talk. Now, the media is still badgering the press secretary. They want to know what's happening. The press secretary is still telling them the same information. They don't have information on this. They don't have information on that. Okay, they're not ready to talk about this. They're not ready to talk about that. Marcus goes to see Mellie, and she's all happy to see him. They go into the Oval Office, but she knows that the Oval Office has that camera in there, you know, right above the seal on the rug. So he's like, how are you holding up? She's like, I've seen better days. She tries to pull him out of the range of the camera over to the window, and she tells him that this is really the only space that she can be in that room comfortably. He's like, so, you know, you need to be out there. You need to be fighting back. You know, you hiding. And she's like, no, I'm not hiding. Olivia and I, we have a plan. And she's working on it right now. And he was like, a plan? What kind of plan is this you're talking about? And she was like, you know, kind of trying to give him the hint without saying it, but also saying, you know what, you need to get the hell up out of here. The less you know, the better. Don't worry about it. Just know that we got a plan. So she kind of sends him on his way. But, you know, he's all like, what are you going to do, Mellie? All worried about his girl. Mellie's like, thank you for coming, boo-boo. Come on by the house. Maybe I'll break you off. So now, Liv is pouring wine, all casual like with Huck and Cyrus in the room. Huck takes his burner phone, and he's going to skedaddle. And Liv and Cyrus are going to talk like old pals. So she pours him a glass of wine, and she makes him an offer. Listen, you stop all this foolishness with Mellie. Quit saying that she's the person that was responsible for hijacking the plane, and I will have no choice but to let you go. Cyrus says, well, I'm not doing that, so you might as well tell me what the alternative is. And that's when Liv gets all menacingly, you know, she comes on, she grabs onto the metal chair, and I said, uh-oh, girl, you ain't gonna beat him to death like you did old boy in the wheelchair, are you? Something tells me that Cyrus is not going to be so easy to beat. She doesn't do anything with the chair. Instead, she threatens him. It's a team of folks right around here that's ready to get you, can kill you just like that. He says, well, you know what, you got your team, I got my team, the Secret Service, and they nothing like the thugs that you have. They're well more accomplished, and I have all the faith in the world in them. What do you think they'll say when they find me dead in a room with you, the former chief of staff who was fired by Mellie? You know she fired you, right? And Liv says, well, what would they think if they found you in this room where you colluded with old Lonnie Love? Cyrus is like, well, if you had proof of that already, we wouldn't even be here. She says, I'm gonna have proof in about an hour, nigga. So you just sit tight. He was like, I don't know why you going through all this. Okay, Mellie doesn't even want to work with you anymore. And she was like, oh, you know what, Cyrus, do you miss jail that much? And he was like, nope, don't miss it at all. But I do miss this wine. It's good too. Thank you. I'm going to enjoy this wine, and I'm going to sit on back, and once you, Huck, and the rest of your gang of thugs over at QPA decide to stop all this foolishness, then I'm going to get out of here. So let me just lay down, relax. Cyrus isn't turning over that easily. And back at QPA, Quinn and Abby are working on the phone, okay? It's behind layers and layers of encryption, so they have a lot of work ahead of them. Marcus goes back to Fitz, and he tells Fitz how worried he is about Mellie. And Fitz is like, yeah, I understand. You know, he's all pensive and everything. He was like, she's going to do something crazy, I can tell. Fitz is like, yeah, probably so. When you're the president, your back is up against the wall. Sometimes you got to make decisions that you don't really want to make. Marcus's whole thing was like, but she should not do that. Fitz was like, she knew what she signed up for when she became the president. She's gonna be fine. She will survive this like plenty other presidents have in the past. And Marcus is like, well, did you survive? Okay, seems like the presidency haunts you. Like you weren't really happy in it. Well, Marcus, let me tell you something. Fitz never did want to be the fucking president. He was the president because his daddy wanted him to be the president. He was the president because he had Mellie and Cyrus and Olivia and the judge and the billionaire all pushing him into that spot. Okay, but I think Fitz would have been just fine to be working at some damn, you know, college, maybe as a professor, and chilling at his home in Vermont on the weekends. And Marcus was like, well, just because you did some dirt doesn't mean that she should do the dirt. Don't you think she deserves better than that? And I'm like, shut up, Marcus. Yeah, I know that's your girl and you love her and everything, but nigga, become the president. Be responsible for a nation. Be the leader of the free world. And then worry about what you would do and what you should say and all of that. So I was just like, oh, Marcus, go sit your old community activist down somewhere. Now, Mellie's in her office and she's basically fucking with Jake. She knows that he's watching her from the camera that's overhead. So she tells a story about, what was his name? Neil Patrick or something like that. Basically somebody who was always number two. Somebody that looked good on the outside, strong, rugged, but on the inside he was soft and willowy. He was pliable. He was easy. He had no control over nothing. Just an old puss. And that's what you are, Jake. You're an old Neil Patrick. I'm probably saying the name wrong. That's why Cyrus has you. All right? Cyrus has you as number two. You was the number two here. You're not going to never be the leader. You're not going to never be a partner. You're not going to never have an ally. You're never going to have any love. Baby, you got nothing. But guess what? Time's up. We coming for you. So Liv takes a little break from old Cyrus and goes and talks to Huck. And Huck was like, you had two bottles, I think he said 1982, and then you had a 1976. He says, I have a feeling that 1976 is some poison. You got the poisonous bottle. You had to be able to distinguish between the three. Make sure that you didn't drink the damn poisonous bottle. So that's why you brought that one in there. That's the old Olivia with the old new Olivia. Okay, I thought you was the old Olivia. And she was just like, I haven't used the bottle yet. And he was like, yet though. Okay, all of a sudden now upset that Olivia might kill somebody. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Everybody didn't kill somebody at some point. So what is the problem? I guess Huck just feels like Liv is slipping back into that spot. But I'm thinking to myself, like, this is a very necessary. We not just trying to kill Cyrus just because we can't see where the fuck Kwashiorkor is, where the baby at. That Cyrus don't even talk about old little Quashanique. And she gone with a new stepdaddy that she just met. Child, it's a shame. Shonda, why you write that little baby girl off like that? Anyway, she was like, don't worry about it, Huck. I'm not going to have to use the bottle because plan A is going to work, okay? He was like, but that's your plan B, right? And she was like, it's my plan B, but we ain't going to have to deal with plan B. Don't worry about it. So back in the room with Cyrus, everybody's still trying to find proof that he's hacked this plane. And Cyrus tries to convince her that they're all bound together by the secrets that they've had in the past, okay? And basically, they all damn bad. He asked her if, she thought that she would be different if there was no Fitz and, no defiance and all of the stuff that has put them together. And she doesn't answer. But Cyrus says, I'm going to be the same person. Fuck, I was always evil. I ain't never quite been right. That shit with defiance and Fitz and all the shit that we've done in the past, that's just me. I'm always gonna be, this is gonna be me from here on out. I would trade in my conscience for power in a second. And I'm always gonna be this way. Nothing is ever going to change it. So when he gives her that speech again, this is just another take on being a monster. And baby Cyrus is 100% committed to that. Liv is like, damn it, this nigga crazy. Okay, I'm gonna have to break out the bottle, so she go over there and get old 1976. Then she thinks better of it and she still doesn't give it to him. Now, a QPA, Quinn and Abby, they're able to get through finally. Looks like the hacker's name is Lil Pimp 69. Okay, it's a whole bunch of numbers that Cyrus had been contacting. So they find out who the person is and they go to that person, but you know what? The person is dead. Just a little too late. So they call Olivia while Olivia's sitting out with Huck, taking another break from that crazy ass Cyrus, and they're like, we found the hacker, but he's dead. Cyrus has killed him. So look, we don't have any more choice. Huck is trying to stop Olivia and she's like, look, it's done. Okay, the motherfucker crazy. He did hijack the plane. We ain't got no other choices. I'm sorry, Huck, but Cyrus has got to go. And in the meantime, Fitz calls Mellie. How are you doing? And she's just like, well, got a whole lot on my plate right now, but I guess I'm okay. They're quiet for a second, and then she tells him how she's lonely there. And he says, yeah, it is pretty much a lonely place, okay? Especially when you got to make decisions that will only fall 100% on your shoulders. He's just talking to her, and then he realizes that he needs to let her know, listen, Mellie, find another way. He doesn't never say, don't kill the nigga, but you know that's what he means, okay? But find another way, okay? You're not like me. You're a better person than me. I've done those things, and he regrets it. So don't lose it. And she says, don't lose what? And he says, don't lose your soul. She hangs up the phone, but she, Fitz and put a little something on her head. Now, Lonnie Love goes to see Jake. He's telling them that shit is all messed up, and, they don't know where Cyrus is, so Lonnie Love is breaking down slowly but surely. But Jake knows where Cyrus is. Cyrus is about to chug down an old bottle of 1976. We see Olivia pouring the wine for him and about to give it to him, and then all of a sudden Jake busts in. Hey, Cyrus! What you doing in here? Come on with me. And Olivia's looking like, wait a minute, he can't go. He didn't drink his wine. And Jake was like, you ain't gonna give him that wine. She was like, yes, I am, Cyrus. Drink your wine, Cyrus. Not too convincing. Cyrus is ready to get out of there. Jake pulls out his gun. He was like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. Here, shoot him. Give you this gun, shoot him. Of course, Olivia got the gun and she's not shooting. He was like, as a matter of fact, why don't you kill both of us? Here, I'm gonna put the gun in my mouth. You go on and shoot me. And she's got the gun in his mouth and she's all looking all, how Olivia can look and kind of shaking. And I was like, pull the fucking trigger. I can't stand Jake's ass. But of course, Olivia can't do it. Why can't she? Just like Jake said, you know what? You a delegator. You not the person that goes and gets their hands dirty. You ain't gonna go and kill nobody because you got people like me that will do it. You ain't nothing more than just somebody ordering folks around to do shit. But you know what? When it comes down to it, you're not evil. You would never kill him. You wouldn't kill me. You would have somebody else do it. This is not you, Olivia. And if you don't believe it, then you'll kill me now. Well, she don't kill him now. Okay, and old Jake walk out with Cyrus just like that. I said, damn, Liv, you could shoot the nigga in the shoulder or something just to prove your point. So then Jake goes home and he's on the phone with Lonnie Love and he's trying to convince him to include Liv in the investigation. Well, that damn nosy ass wife of his, Vanessa, she over listening and she was like, oh, so So you are involved in this whole hijacking thing with Cyrus. Why are you doing this? I mean, what is going on? Why are you so wrapped up with him anyway? Are you giving him blowjobs or something? And he says, listen, Vanessa, I'm doing what's best for us. And she was like, you're not doing anything for us. You're only doing shit for you. Ain't no we in this. You the vice president's bitch. And I was like, girl, why you say that? So Liv goes back and tells Mellie that, you know what, she couldn't do it. And Mellie was like, it's okay. I figured you wouldn't be able to. You're not that kind of person anymore. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. And Liv says, Mellie, there's got to be another way, okay? We can do this a better way. We can be smarter. We can be stronger. We can be more just. Our bond is stronger together. And I know that I upset you and I hurt you, but I'm with you. Are you with me? And Mellie says, I'm with you. And I said, oh, the girls is back together again, okay? So let's do this. What next? Mellie asks, and Liv says, well, now we deliver the tsunami. Okay, and you guys know what works best in Olivia's camp is getting in the press and just telling the truth. So next thing we see, honey, Mellie goes in there. The press secretary is dealing with all of the people in the room, and the president of the United States walks in, and she's very strong. She's determined. She says that these allegations are false. This is the opponent trying to tarnish her legacy. She will not allow terrorist threats against her presidency. I am the commander-in-chief and I am in charge. I will not be bullied. I am not guilty. And in case you did not hear me, I am not guilty. Okay, so Mellie about to fight that ass. I was like, oh. And so after a long day of press, you know, Liv goes and finds Fitz. Okay, takes a bottle. I said, that ain't 1976, is it? But nope, it's another bottle, one of his favorites. Make a long story short, you know, they kiss and gonna have the wine, and child Olitz is, I'm sure Olitz is back. And then lastly, we see Cyrus. He goes to see Jake. Okay, Jake answers the door. He's all out of breath. Hey, Cyrus, how can I help you? You know, he's like, what's wrong with you? He's, me and Vanessa, we were just kind of having a little talk or something. Well, why? What's up? Cyrus is like, we need to adjust the plan. And Jake was like, don't worry about that adjusting anything. I already handled it. I already told Lonnie Love that he needs to include Olivia into the investigation. And Cyrus was like, you handled it? What do you mean you handle it? I'm in charge here. I'm the vice president. You work for me. And Jake was like, see, that's where you're wrong. Come on in the kitchen for a second. Let me put a little something on your head. So they go in the kitchen, and, you know, Cyrus is looking like, Jake, what did you do? And Jake was like, well, you know what? I'm tired of everybody trying to tell me what to damn do. I'm a grown-ass man. I make grown-ass decisions. I don't need nobody telling me nothing. I'm not your number two, and I'm tired of people trying to act like we not part of a team. Okay, now Vanessa, for example, Vanessa didn't want to be a part of the team, so she had to learn the hard way. The camera pans back, and Vanessa on the ground. Vanessa bleeding out on the floor, you know. So Jake was like, so you see how it turned out for Vanessa? So what I'd like to know is, how would you like to handle this right now? Cyrus was like, you know what? We partners. Cyrus was like, this motherfucker crazy in his own house. You know what? Maybe I better play this a different way. So, you know, Cyrus is ready to sit it on down. You know what? Let's get to work. We got a lot of work to do. All right, you guys, I'm enjoying this last season. Even though you can tell that it's winding down and it's about to be over, I really am glad that it's been some really good writing and some really good episodes. Kind of dramatic, but still, I'm enjoying it. But glad it's going to be done in 2 more episodes. Anyway, you guys, I'm at the post office. Got to run in there, send some shit out, and then get back to work. So, with all that being said, you guys make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.